Now we're going to have some fun. We're going to look at the 11 laws of network marketing growth. These are the laws that leaders practice and live by to create large, successful teams. Now, what makes these laws? Because I say so. That's the deal, right? Seriously, I mean, you know me, I'm so rational, logical, analytical. I'm always looking at what works, what doesn't work. How did I create this success? You know, when I had a problem, what caused that problem? And so I was really looking at, it's this whole, because this is the most fascinating part of this whole course is these courses at the end of this platform would be these courses at the end where we really look at what are the dynamics of leadership? What do leaders do? What do they look like? What are the actions that they take? And I really broke this down after a lot of critical thinking saying, what are the laws of leadership that we practice in this space that are specific to network marketing? And I came up with 11 of them. So here's number one, is the law of personal responsibility. The exciting thing about our business is you get to take charge of your business. And you have to take charge of your business. So you've got to forget the outside factors and the things that are out of your control. Because there will be things out of you. If there's product back orders, that's out of your control. If there's negative publicity, that's out of your control. Somebody steals away a couple of your distributors, you know what? That's out of your control. Somebody quits, that's out of your control. You have to take responsibility for your own business and say, hey, I'm going to concentrate on the stuff that I can control. And you make a decision. You're successful because you decide to be successful. Law number two, the law of dynamic duplication. And this we've talked about in the earlier chapter. It's all about the formula for creating wealth in our space. And just to review, that formula again is lead a core group of influencers to follow a standard process over a sustained period of time. Number three, the law of social proof. Here's the thing you've got to understand as a leader. Most people today are afraid to make decisions. They're just scared. They're a little insecure or a lot insecure. They have little self-esteem or no self-esteem. And as a result of that, they're afraid to make decisions. So you have to use things like events, testimonials, and third-party tools to make it safe for them to make a decision. So that's what this law is all about. Remembering that, hey, every prospect who ever comes to any presentation, home meeting, hotel meeting, webcast, webinar, conference call, looking at tools, reading a product catalog, every single prospect who ever gets exposed to your organization, most of them are afraid to make a decision, and your job as a leader is to have the infrastructure in place that provides the social proof. And by social proof, it means, wow, there's 500 people in this meeting room and they're all looking at this business or they're in this business. This must be a safe decision to make. Or wow, read all these testimonials, or just heard all these testimonials on this audio or this video. This is a perfect business for me. I guess this is a good business for people like me. You make the decision safe for them through social proof. Number four, the law of culture creation. We've talked about this some. We're going to talk about it even more in some later chapters. But here's the bottom line. Grinders, those people who struggle, the people who are like the guy in the circus spinning the 5, 6 plates, and then he has to run back, go to the first one, second one, third, and then he's got to go back to the first one again. Those are the grinders. Those are the people that if they don't do everything, if they are not doing all the presentations, all the prospecting, all the training, if they're not spinning the plates all of the time, it collapses. And there's millions of them in our business. I created this learning platform because that's one of my missions in life is to emancipate the grinders. I want to get you out of the grinder business and into the MLM rockstar business. And the bottom line is, grinders obsess over tactics, rock stars create culture. Because when you create the culture, your team will always know how to respond in any situation, no matter what comes up. Number 5, the law of event sequence. As you know by now from the courses we've done, this business is built by a consistent program of building event to event to event. We've got local events we build to, and then we have the major or the regional events that we build to. And the law of event sequence is just saying, this is what it's all about. You will always be building to the next event, to the next event, to the next event, because events are what drive the business. Events are what get people over the line, which coincidentally leads us to number 6, the over the line law. Now remember, what's this concept of over the line is when I said that people, when they're over the line, they're in. They don't have hope anymore, they have belief. They don't hope the business is going to work, they know the business is going to work. And what I want you to understand as a leader is your business is not safe until you have your people over the line. And major events are usually the vehicle where most of this gets done. And that's why I say those 2 laws, they're obviously all very interrelated, but these 2 in particular, the event sequence and the over the line, really, really related. Because what we're really talking about here is the race to profitability. We've got to get people to a certain level of income so that now they start to build that belief and they get over the line. And we're going to talk specifically how to do that in an upcoming chapter. Number 7, the law of platform presence. I don't know how else to say it except this. Your group will explode when you get in front of the room. And it won't really take off until the point where you are in the front of the room. Remember the cliche we talked about and the other thing, the person with the marker makes the most money. Even though we very seldom use markers anymore, it's still the same principle. The person who has the presence on the platform is going to make the most money. And your team needs to see you on the platform. Because some of you watching this are saying, well, okay, I'm fine with all that other stuff, Randy, and I'm with you all the way. It's just got to understand, I'm a social butterfly. I'm kind of the behind the scenes person, and I'm putting together my team, and I have some really dynamic people and some strong leaders and some great presenters, and they're going to be the face of the organization, and I'm just going to be the behind the scenes person. My experience is that isn't going to work really well for you. My experience is your team gets this sense of pride every time you're on the platform. When you're up there doing a training, you're up there leading an opportunity meeting, there's this pride of ownership that, hey, that's my diamond director up there, or that's my national vice president up there, or that's my, whatever the rank is, that's my Starfleet commander up there. I'm so proud to be in their team and see her up there on the platform at the convention or on the platform at the big regional event. So there'll come a time, and I know there's a lot of you still taking lessons at this point. You say, well, I'm scared to death to get up on a platform. That's okay, you're allowed to be. Because we're going to show you how you'll get to the point where you will want to be on that platform. So that's what that law is all about. What are we on? Number 8, I think, is the law of posture. Posture, yeah, how you sit, how you stand, that's a little part of it, but that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your posture with prospects, your posture with the team, your posture with your place in the profession, your posture with where you're going to. People want to follow people who are going somewhere. So your image, your posture, that's all part of that. People want to follow people who look like they know what they're doing, who seem excited about what they're doing, who look like they have a plan and they're going somewhere. So I want you to, this law is about having that posture. And how you're going to get it is all about daily self-development time. And I'm a big believer in personal development, self-development every day. I like to do it in the morning. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to answer the door. I don't want to answer the phone until I've got my consciousness vibrating up here so that when I go out in the world, I'm going to attract people and circumstances which are in alignment with that consciousness. And it's the same for you. I want you to start your day with personal development. Something for your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, something that helps you become a better person and creates your intention for the day and creates the intention for the week, the intention for the month, the intention for the quarter. So you are on this path, you are on this journey, and people will want to follow you. You don't announce you're a leader, and you don't get appointed to leader. You don't get promoted to leader. You step into leadership when people start to follow you, and that's going to come in this law of posture. Number 9, the law of distractions. This is bigger than you may know. Here's the bottom line with this law. Distractions kill you, or you kill distractions. Here's the thing. People are going to quit and join other companies. And you're going to get calls. Hey, Mary, I just heard that Mary quit joining, or so-and-so took a deal with another. You just have to say, that's a distraction. Let's focus on what we want to do. Let's focus on the team we've got, the customers we've got, the events we have coming up. You have to get people back to revenue-producing activities. And you have to kill distractions. Kill distractions, kill distractions, kill distractions. Oh, there was a thing on the news today, and there was a bad report, and they said that, vitamins aren't that great, or essential oils aren't really essential, or insurance isn't necessary. Hey, that's a distraction. Great, the media, they love contrived controversy. They wrote a little article, or there's a thing on our website. That's just a distraction. Let's focus on what we do. When's your next presentation? How many people do you have coming to that? How many would you like to have coming to that? Let's get on the phone and start making some invitation calls. So no matter what the distraction is, and every day is going to produce dozens and dozens of opportunities for distractions, you got to tune them out and laser focus on revenue producing opportunities, which is meeting people, inviting people, getting people in front of a presentation, following up after a presentation, getting people orientated into the business, helping drive depth down an organization. Those are the things that produce revenue. Those are the things we want to concentrate on. Number 10, the law of product passion. And this is about creating passionate product culture, having product education in your team, building regular customers, building the preferred customers, building the auto ship customers, being your own best customer, and just being evangelical in your desire and your passion to promote the product or service that your company offers. And finally, number 11, and the most important one, the law of leadership development. So this is not a play on words, and this is not a coincidence that the laws of leadership include a law of leadership development. Because what you've got to do is to create a leadership factory. And you do this by continually involving your people, challenge your people, mentor your people, nurture your next generation of leaders. You've got to always you've got this conveyor line that every month we got to have some new leaders coming out of the packaging. We rip off the styrofoam and the plastic, and we unwrap our bright, shiny new leaders who we got off the conveyor belt this month. Promote rank advancements, promote personal growth, promote this platform and other training that allows people to hone their skill sets, sharpen their saw, and get better. But ultimately, never lose sight of the fact that your job is to work yourself out of a job.